Yeah. Hi, Samir.
Hi, Aril.
So, firstly, hi everyone who's joined in as well. We will start in a couple of minutes. We can see a lot of people still joining in, and it's just early time right now. So we'll just wait for 5 minutes before we get started. But stay tuned, and we'll get started in a couple of minutes. In the time being, if you'd like, if you can hear us clearly and if you can see us clearly, please confirm that in the chat box. I hope the chat is open for everyone, and the chat box is right down at the center. So I'll just keep it open for everyone as well for now, just to confirm if you can hear us and if you can see us. And we'll also have a Q&A box, which you can share your questions at the later stage while we get started with this webinar. So once again, thanks everyone, and looking forward to the session.
We can see some participants are getting added. So just
Yeah.
a couple of minutes and then we can get started. Uh, Aril pulled me in this webinar. I thought I'll just add few insights on what we are building right now. Exciting times ahead because there's a lot of things on AI that we are building. The world is moving very fast in front of us. And at the same time, Connect Insights is committed to building new features that will make life easier for every user of Connect Insights. A few things. I mean, I'm sure you all must be getting emails from our teams about the new releases that we are doing. In fact, in the chat box, Errol can share those links with you, what new releases that we have introduced in the month of June. There is again a big release happening in the month of July, where some more add-on AI features will be added within Connect Insights. And Me being a product guy, I'm back to the product team more than sales or marketing these days, because it's very exciting to work on all the new AI features that we are building in our product. So today's agenda is not only to show you what we have, but also to show you what we are bringing in the very near future, as far as AI features of Connect Insights is concerned. Uh, Today's topic is on omni-channel customer experience, and around customer experience, how you can unify all the channels within one platform and have the power of all channels in one is what we are going to demonstrate. And one of the things that is very important to note is the fact that AI features truly are not the differentiating factor. The differentiating factor in the world is how powerful you are with data. You know, uh, when you look at systems that can only bring in data from one or two channels like emails or calls or chats, which are very important one. But if they are not unified, then your AI is also limited. Whereas if you can bring in data from all possible channels, uh, uh, or as far as the brand is concerned and the industry is concerned, then your AI is much more stronger. So we at Connect Insights bring in data from, say, X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, sites like Trustpilot, Quora, or Play Store, App Store reviews, Google Business Reviews, and we integrate with calls, chats. We bring in email data. So all that combined is a great database for AI to work. There is power of omni-channel. In addition to that, there is power of AI as well, right? So we'll look at those things, and thank you everyone for joining. I must say that our teams, our partner teams, Dixon, Marilyn, and Sneha must be in touch with you, and they're doing a great work. Thank you again for arranging this webinar exclusive for partners. And we'll ensure that in a month we are doing at least one session so that we all are connected. Yeah. Um, Connected in the true sense. Okay. So, any good time to start then now?
Yeah, absolutely, Samir. Yes, we can definitely start. I see a lot of people have joined in as well, so perfect time to get started.
Okay, great. So I'll spend about, say, 5 to 10 minutes to give you a quick overview of the context of omni-channel customer experience. And then we'll look at those features in our platform, and we'll also look at specifically the AI assist feature that we have built in. Very exciting. I mean, it's one of the best features that agents or supervisors will love, and at the same time, the top management for the reporting. Okay. So, if you have to really understand customer experience, we first need to understand, what is an ideal world. uh, Ideal world where customers are happier and brands are finding it extremely easy to connect with their customers. So one ideal world would be, let's say there was this one customer who is talking to one brand, and for us to talk, there was only one channel available. Brands would promise to the customers saying that you come on this channel, I'll take not more than 10 minutes to respond to you, and I'll quickly resolve your query. And the customer also agrees, saying that, okay, fine, I'll always come on this channel no matter what. And that one channel could be your email, let's say. The world would have been much simpler, things would have been much easier. Okay, but that's not what happens, because there are so many channels on available for the customers to reach out to the brand. They make use of those brands, and hence, we never agree to talk only on one channel. Those channels where customers can reach out to you are email, when we call it social, all these channels combined, your live chats, calls, there are web widgets, there are third-party forms, there are review sites, there's WhatsApp, and when you talk about social, you have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Line, App Store, Play Store, Google Business Reviews, TikToks. You can go on and on and then on. There are so many channels. So what a customer ideally does is, when he wants to get in touch with the brand, he would either go on social media and also go on emails and maybe calls. We have many industry videos to showcase how actually it happens in the real world, and hence there cannot be an ideal world where customer is always talking to a brand on one given channel. They'll always go on to so many channels to reach out to the brand. And how the brands manage it. Usually what will they do is they'll have some ticketing platform to manage the tickets on emails or chats or calls, and they'll have a chatbot kind of a platform, which could be like yellow or haptic kind of chatbots, or they can go to CCaaS platforms for such as Avaya, Exotel, Genesis, where the calls and IVR will be handled. And then they'll have a social tool for brand reputation. So no problems with the platforms, but the problem is if they are not all connected, then you still have a very broken experience of your customer. That same person, let's say Samir is your customer, you don't get an idea of what he has been talking to you over those different channels, because to manage those different channels, you're managing multiple platforms. And not just that, the agents who are working on it do not get one view of the customer, and that's a huge problem today. The customers, the brands may not want to change the systems, but they definitely do not want a broken experience of their customer. If there is one customer, Samir, who is talking to the brand, all they want is, no matter where he comes from, any given channel, I want that one channel experience, so that I know everything what Samir is talking on Twitter or Facebook as far as the brand is concerned, or emails or calls or chats, or anything on sites like Google Business or Trustpilot. I just want that one channel experience, and that's what really Connect Insights does beautifully, where we combine all those channels, we integrate beautifully with many other platforms, and ensure that as an agent, if someone is talking to me today, then I get that entire history across channels in one view. I have my third party widgets like order management system, loyalty programs, all available there. And today I have the power of Connect AI plus AI Assist that can actually guide me what needs to be done. Because that Connect AI Plus is the expert sitting next to me all the times when I log into the system. It has insights to my knowledge base. It has insights to all the customer queries that have come in. It can also predict what kind of CSAT scores can I get. It can predict is there a chance of churn, or there is a sales opportunity. It can guide my agent in all ways possible. And these insights are powered just because we ensure that we bring in data from all possible channels in Connect Insights, and then put a AI layer to it that makes it so powerful, right? So we played this video last time also. What we'll do is we'll again play it today to understand the context of omni-channel customer experience and how AI plays the role. And from here on, Errol can take over and show the product. So just a couple of minutes to once again go through this video. And I hope you all can hear the sound as
Chad has
well.
been trying to complete his insurance KYC and previously reached out via email. Seeking a faster resolution, he expresses his concerns on Twitter. Konnect Insights captures his email and tweet and logs them as tickets. Within the conversational view, the support agent not only sees a summary of the current ticket, but also has access to Chad's entire history of interactions across all customer touchpoints. This comprehensive data across various platforms provides a full context of Chad's customer journey with the brand. The Konnect AI Plus agent now kicks in and tells the human agent to send the following reply, saving tons of time for the human agent to search through their knowledge base. On the right-hand panel of the conversation view, details of Chad's KYC application are displayed, including any pending documents and the current review stage. This panel provides the agent with all the necessary information to understand and address the customer's needs quickly. Using the integrated communication tools and Konnect Insights, the agent directly contacts Chad. While having a call with the support agent, she tells Chad to send his documents by email or WhatsApp. Once Chad sends the documents, that conversation is captured in our conversational view. After a while, a different support agent replies, saying, "Your documents are currently under verification. We'll update the status shortly." This efficiently resolves his query, all without leaving the support window.
Yeah. So that's truly great. In this case, this customer named Chad came on various channels. He wrote on email, he made a post on Twitter, then the agent called him, and he sent his documents on WhatsApp. As far as I am concerned, as an agent, I have everything within one window itself, and I never had to hop onto multiple platforms to see more details about this customer, because those third-party systems that I have within my organizations are also connected with Connect Insights. That gives me, all insights. Now, on top of that, there is an AI assist of Connect AI Plus, where we are going to spend a lot of time today. Is going to assist you with every possible information that you can get. It is not meant only to give you right kind of replies or next best actions. That's like given in an AI platform. But beyond that, it is also going to guide you with various predictions, or it is also going to guide you with various documents that may be required, or it can also with knowledge base links that I might have to read before I reply to this particular customer. And what it is going to now achieve is the fact that with Connect AI Plus, the number of iterations that happen to close a ticket are substantially going to go down, because I, as an agent, I am been empowered. Uh, my agent coaching is done. Everything is within that small box, which guides me what next needs to be done. And at the same time, I, as an agent, can solve queries faster. So two things are definitely that we are achieving right now, is the number of iterations that happen to close a ticket have substantially gone down. And at the same time, I, as an agent, because I'm solving queries faster, because I'm connected with everything and I have AI assist power, I am also handling more number of tickets today. And in addition to that, my quality of responses is going up, and something that my QA analyst can also check that out with the QA model, which is again powered by AI, right? So Connect AI Plus is there across modules, and today we are going to focus more on the omnichannel customer experience and the AI assist feature of our platform. There are many new upgrades that are coming. So today, what we see is a great leap from what we have done compared to past month. But next month, again, you will see more additional features in the AI assist feature, right? So I think that's it from me, and I'll just let Errol to take it from here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and while we're talking, we can ensure that we are answering to all the questions. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, Samir. Thank you so much for setting context of what we are about to show, all of the partners that have joined in. And yeah, once again, everyone, stay tuned till the end. I'm going to show some really exciting things that I've actually created to demonstrate to you, especially with the AI assist. And I'm going to get started by sharing my screen, and let's take it forward from there. Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Perfect. So because we're talking more about the omnichannel experience, I'm just going to reiterate a few things about how Connect Insights uh, acts as a truly omnichannel platform, bringing in data across from different channels. And if you see even on my screen right now, I have a few interactions, coming in from channels like Twitter. I have interactions coming in from a website support widget, something of this sorts, or even bringing in data from channels like Facebook, emails, or calls, or WhatsApp, live chat, because we all support all of these channels and we bring in all of it for an agent to have a truly omnichannel experience. Now, with that being said, I'm going to reiterate more about how these channels can be integrated. So we have the two capabilities under the omnichannel setup, which includes adding profiles with or without login credentials. Now, when I say with login, that includes, channels like Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. You have Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google Play, iOS, Google Maps, or even TikTok, Telegram. We recently added Pinterest as well. There's Discord, all of these channels, which you can add more from a social point of view. But apart from that, it goes beyond social to calls, where you can add calls and then receive calls within Connect Insights. And that could be both inbound as well as outbound. And then you can integrate emails with your G Suite or Microsoft 365. And on another note, we also have something called as bring your own channels. Now, there are brands who treat Connect Insights as their central CX hub. So they want to bring in all data here, like even if you have your website chat or your in-app mobile app chat, so you can also bring that in. And then there's also WhatsApp live chat and various other channels that we cover. Now, once you have these channels, you then have the capability to go ahead and view these interactions under the omni-channel ticketing. And from an agent perspective, you have all of your interactions right here. So me as an agent, I'm in one place, probably within the queue or within the tickets, where I have access to all of this data. So I have conversations coming in or tickets coming in from channels like Twitter, or if you want to mix it up with, website support or even Facebook or even emails. So I'm in one place managing all of these interactions. But now we're going to look at the most interesting part that we're going to kind of focus on is the AI assist. So I'm just going to switch the tab right here. And firstly, we're going to see how I actually set up this AI assist. Now, if you look at this, I have a conversation right here. I've taken an example where it's more of a retail example, wherein a customer has gone on social media and kind of complained that they've returned the product and they've still not received the refund. But it's just been 2 days that they've returned the product. Now, let's take an example. If me as an agent, if I receive complex queries, and who would be an ideal person that could help me with complex queries would obviously be my supervisor, or would obviously be someone who is in the process for a couple of years and has good information on how to handle complex queries. And in that case, I would usually reach out to them, but I can't expect them to always be there for me. And that is where the Connect AI Plus acts as your agent co-pilot to help your agent to respond to the queries better. And not only with the response, but it also gives a next best action, and it gives you like a prediction analysis, like a churn score, or even a CSAT score that could be an expected CSAT score based on the type of response you provide. Now, how this works is that once I have the case right here, I have this Connect AI Plus widget that will automatically generate a suggested reply. It would give me a next best action, a prediction score, as well as some enhancement tips and a few references. But before we even look at this or deep dive into this, let's look at how I actually set this up. So under our settings page, we have the admin console, which a lot of you are aware of. But those who don't know, this is a complete admin console where one of the things that we've always focused on is to keep customers or even partners self-reliant so that they do not have to rely on our teams all the time. Wherein within the admin console, you can actually go into everything like setting up classifications or tags, setting up ticket priorities, setting up SLAs, and much more, even defining queue configuration. And there are a lot of other aspects. But when we look at the Konnect AI Plus right here, this is setting up the AI assist or the co-pilot. So I've taken an example of one of the brands. And if I click on edit, what I actually did was I went ahead and added the brand name. After that, I went and copied their FAQ link. Now, if you notice, for any brand within the FAQ link, you'd have a list of embedded articles. So once I add it, it'll automatic and once I click on nested, it'll automatically get a complete list of all of the articles that are embedded within that link, which is the FAQ link. And me as a supervisor or me as an admin, I can actually define which of them I need to activate. Probably I don't want to give access to some information to the agents that they can send it to the customer, but I just want to keep it specific. Or in case I want to select all, I can also go ahead and do that. So one option is definitely a link. The other option could be an upload option where you can upload a CSV file or an Excel sheet with suggested responses probably, or with suggested workflows that you want your agent to stick to, or you can call it, SOPs that you want your agent to stick to. So these are some capabilities that you have on this page. And once this is completed, once I click on submit, it'll automatically create an agent assist. And once I go back to this page, all right, which is the conversational page where I'm going to finally manage my conversation. So as an agent, I read through the conversation, of course, that's the first thing I do. Probably what's important to me is also to check the customer's conversation history. Of course, I want to track, what's this customer's history, what have they written in the past? And if I want an omni-channel view or a merged view, then we also have something of that sorts where if I show you this conversation history right here, because I've merged history across channels, I can track that this customer has written on Twitter. I can see that the customer came on, website support. Then I can track this customer has written on Facebook in the past. I can also see that this customer has an email. Now I'm giving a complete 360 view because what's important for an agent is to also know that if the same customer is writing across channels, and this merger is possible because we have a contacts info page where you can save customer information like mobile number, email, or any kind of information. It could also be a unique customer ID, and I can save that info. And based on that info, I create a complete conversation history that merges all of the history across channels. It could include calls, it could include emails, WhatsApp, live chat. You talk about the channel and you can have a complete merged conversation history. And another interesting thing is that your agent does not need to manually fill in information as well, because if a customer comes and has written to you, probably if it's called, then you automatically get the mobile number. If it's email, it's much more simpler because the email address is available readily. But when it comes to social, it's a bit complex because you don't get that info. You have to probe the customer, ask them for that info. But if the customer provides that information on a chat, we can automatically save this in our contacts info page. And once you've done that, you get complete customer history across channels. And I can go back to history like 30 days, more than a year, above 1 year as well. So we do not, remove the information from here. You get complete customer history. Now, coming back to the conversation, while I'm on this conversation, uh, I can directly click on Konnect AI Plus right here, and it will now give me a guide. Like the first thing that you can see is suggested reply. So based on the conversation, I trained the AI Plus with information about my brand. So it tells me that, thank you for reaching out. I understand that you returned your product 2 days ago and haven't received it. But it also says that once we receive the returned product from the warehouse, it takes 2 days to process a refund. However, please note that at times it can also take 5 to 7 working days. And this is a suggested reply for me as an agent, which makes sense because it's just been 2 days that the product has been returned. Probably the product did not reach the warehouse. And I've taken an example of a retail brand here. Now, once I have this info, it also tells me what could be the next best action. So not only a reply, okay, a reply is obviously a standard reply that I'm going to send the customer, of course, but I also need to know what next. So it tells me, okay, check the status of the return product and ensure it's been received by the warehouse and confirm whether the refund has been processed. Now, how would I do this is that I don't want to switch to multiple tabs. One of the major problems that brands face today, from a CX point of view, is that there are so many systems. As a brand, obviously, I'll use one product, to answer customer queries, but I'd, have access to logistics systems to check order history. I'd probably have access to CRM to check customer purchase history, which is kind of annoying from an agent perspective because if an agent, brands expect agents to solve queries faster, but you also expected agents to switch to multiple tabs and retrieve information from multiple tabs, which is again, I don't even blame the agent because brands have so many products. But one of the things that we've tried to do is keep it simpler, get all information here itself, probably integrate with your CRM, integrate with your logistics systems to capture this information. And then if you see right here, I can have the product ID and I can fetch customer information. Okay, what could be the customer's last three purchases? Or what is his order details, based on a mobile number or based on email ID. I can track, customers' last 3 or 4 purchases as well. So if I have this info, I can actually solve the customer's query faster because I'm not going ahead, going to the CRM, switching to systems and getting this info. It's just right here, which is much more easier for me. And in terms of the next best action, I already have done my next step wherein I've checked customers' purchase history and I have that information with me. So, okay, from the first check, I have the reply, I have the next best action, and I, as an agent, have done my check. All right. But then it goes beyond that because it also has a prediction score. Now, a prediction score has various aspects within it. One could be a churn risk. So it says, okay, there could be a 20% churn risk, because the customer is engaged, seeking information, and showing a low risk of churn in this case. But then you also have a CSAT risk, which is 40%, because customer may be frustrated with the wait as they may expecting the refund faster. But the inquiry is quite polite. It's not very rough or not very harsh. And is there a cross-sell, upsell opportunity here? This interaction is more from a resolution point of view. So I do not think there's a cross-sell, upsell opportunity. But if it was a query where the customer is asking for some information about a product, then it will definitely guide you on what you need to do from a cross-sell or upsell opportunity. And then finally, you have more from an enhancement tip point of view that, okay, probably you reply to the customer today, probably you mark the ticket as resolve or follow up or any status that you would like. But maybe you can add a note or maybe you can set a reminder, from here that after 2 days, just follow up with the customer so that you can check with them if they've received the product. You go one step ahead and provide the best customer experience to that customer, and they can be an advocate for your brand going forward. So that's where it also gives you an enhancement tip. And finally, it gives you a reference that, the answer is based on the ticket summary and the knowledge base. So where did this answer come from? So where did this suggested reply come from is something that it also summarizes. So your agent also knows that, okay, this answer actually came from an FAQ or a knowledge base article. So that's an interesting thing again. So what I would then do is I can either pick up this reply from here directly, copy it, and add it to my chat box, or I can also generate a suggested reply from my Get AI response. So that's also possible. For now, I'll just add it right here because my Get AI response is also trained with knowledge articles, with FAQs. It's probably trained with responses that you as a brand have done in the past. So I can take a CSV file, upload that, and it'll learn from all of those actions. Now, once I have this, I can make changes. I say that, okay, I don't want a huge response. I want it to be smaller or I want to be the same size. So I can go ahead and do that. And then I can change my ticket status. So I can mark my ticket status as either follow-up, either work in progress or resolve, or I can close that ticket accordingly. Maybe in this case, I say, okay, you mark it as follow-up because now the customer would come back to me. So I'm going to go ahead and send this response right here. So that's a quick demonstration on how I used the Konnect AI Plus, which acted as an agent copilot for me, help me as an agent, help my customer. And again, like I said at the start, I'll reiterate it again. Probably in complex queries or even in generic queries, if I want to provide the best customer experience, I would need help from my supervisor, which I cannot always rely on. And that is where the Konnect AI Plus plays an important role to help me and guide me on what needs to be done. So it's as simple as that, wherein you set it up. Again, it's completely no code. All I need to do is pick up an FAQ article from the website, create a new assistant, add a name to it, select the profile I want to embed it for, and then finally add the link, nest it, and it'll pick up all of the articles within it, and I can go ahead and submit this. So that's how easy it is. It's completely no code. Anybody could create this actually. And once you've done it, you have your AI Plus right here with all of the information that you need. Not only that, the interesting part I'll reiterate again is integrating with your CRM, integrating with the logistic systems, fetching data via APIs, and having everything under the single interface. That's something we're talking about a lot. And if you have any questions about this, you can always reach out to me, and we'd be happy to help. But that's a quick view on how the Konnect AI Plus acts and helps your agent for day-to-day queries, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, or whether it's neutral, and it can kind of help you while you work on this. Yeah. So that was one aspect which was important. And because we're talking about omnichannel, I'll also focus on another thing which is important again, is that once you've responded to queries, once you've taken care of your interactions, you also have one important aspect, which is an AI summary. What happens at times is that you could have conversations that could go on for a long period of time. Maybe you had a ticket that was created, it was a complaint, went on for 2 or 3 days, or maybe a week, and that case was assigned to multiple agents, so many reiterations on that case, it went on and on. And you cannot always expect, let's say if the ticket was assigned to the fifth agent who was working on the same case because it went on for long, I don't want them to go through all of the conversations. That is where it also gives you a AI summary, which is more from a customer point of view and the ticket summary. So it tells that, okay, the customer's frustrated, disappointed, expecting better service, needs improvements. And then it also gives you a ticket summary that, customer had a negative shopping experience. It's much better when it comes to conversations that have been managed by multiple agents. It gives you a much better picture in that scenario, but that's also something that is available. So the main idea being that I want my agents average handling time to be on the lesser side, and I want them to handle more queries. I want to ensure that they get the omnichannel experience by managing different queries across channels, but also ensure that they're empowered with the right uh, tool set where then they can use all of this, and the end goal being providing the perfect customer experience to my customer. All right, that's a quick brief. Again, I'll also show you another aspect where I can generate AI-based replies, wherein I can train the knowledge base and get responses like this. And I can just go ahead and respond to these tickets, probably resolve or close these tickets and take actions like this. And we'll see another interesting thing right now, which would be the quality assessment. And we've planned something very interesting in that as well, wherein I can show you how to configure quality assessment forms across channels. So if I click on this configuration, you can see I've created quality assessment for emails, for live chat, for social, for inbound and outbound calls. And within this, I can create a very customized form. Like if I preview this right now, you can see I have multiple questions within it. Like I have brand compliance, under which I have a set of questions. I have grammar and clarity, under which I have a set of questions. So you can create your own customized questions under the quality assessment module. And an interesting thing, while I go ahead and do the assessment as a quality analyst, is that we've tried to inject AI right here as well, so that it can help quality teams save time and efforts. Because at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is save agents' times or save quality assessment analyst time. So we've also injected AI within the quality assessment module. So that's another thing. We can have a much in-depth session revolving around it, but we've also kind of focused on how we can save time and efforts from a quality assessment point of view. And once you've completed this, you can see it'll automatically give you a score. So right now, it has automatically done the scoring for all of my questions. But again, I have multiple questions. I've played around a bit with this, so it's a bit different. But you can see under brand compliance, it automatically gave a score. It automatically added a note. Not only that, if you see, it also adds a feedback. And like you saw, I did not do this manually at all, because at times what happens is you may have 100 queries that come in a day, and a quality analyst could only solve maybe 5 to 10 queries, or go ahead and give the scoring on 5 to 10 queries. But if you have an AI assist or an AI agent for quality assessment, that'll ensure that it handles much more queries on a day-to-day basis. So it also gives a feedback, a clear feedback. And then as a quality analyst, if I want to make changes, of course I can do that. I can make changes from here. But if not, I can go ahead and submit this, and it will automatically trigger, a response to the agent for the agent to accept or reject this. So that was a quick brief from my side. Uh, I think from an AI assist point of view, Samir, you had something that you mentioned previously that you talk about. Would you like to share that? Like the whole scene of the thing that you're mentioning. I think it's on mute, Samir. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was talking on mute. So
Yeah.
it happens. Yeah. In fact, the way to look at AI assist, from a layman's perspective, and not getting too much technical into it, the way we would look at it is, let's say, I'm a very large bank, and I sell multiple products. Could be in mutual funds, insurance, anything to do with core banking, debit card, credit card. When agents come and speak directly to the customers, they could take like a good period of 2 to 3 months for training, and yet they would not know everything about the whole banking industry per se. I'm just giving an example of banking. Applies to various other verticals. Then they have to learn. They have to go to knowledge base. But what if someone who is well experienced, knows everything about the banking industry, knows everything about the customer, works in this bank for, let's say, last 25 years. If he was interacting with the customers, then that person would not only respond to the customer queries, but would end up selling some more products, making those customers happier. And from the queries or complaints to making them happier to making them your brand evangelist, is a journey which that one person could really do if he's working with that brand for last 25 years. Think of that person as Konnect AI Plus, who is sitting next to that agent. And if you have 100 agents or 500 agents, then that one person is sitting next to every individual. That's not humanly possible, but that's possible with the power of AI, Connect AI, right? And with your knowledge base integration, with the entire understanding of the ticket, with the entire context of the conversation history of this particular customer with the brand, you have great power. Once the AI layer works on that data, it does magic. And you will see that the agent is making your customers happier and also making them brand evangelist. So that's the whole idea. We are testing it out with many use cases and seeing that the results are fantastic. It does very good prediction. It gives awesome replies. It leads the agent to the right data, documents, or links. And at the same time, if that agent would take 3 months of training, now we believe that a couple of weeks to 1 month is good enough for that agent to get started and go live, and have one experienced person always sitting next to him, and that experienced person is Connect AI Plus. Yeah. That's how we look at what we have built.
Absolutely, Suvir. Yeah, thanks you. Thank you for sharing that. I actually wanted you to bring that angle as well for all of our partners. And yeah, we are I'd like to end it on a note where, now that this is ready and this is available, we're also having some new changes in this as well, wherein it'll come soon. But yeah, in the time being, you can definitely test it out. You can reach out to us. We can have planned demos for partners. And of course, if you as partners have prospects or customers where you want to take this out to them as well, we can definitely schedule sessions. You're always in touch with our partnership team, but you can also reach out to me and drive it through them, and then we can take it forward and have more sessions on how Connect AI Plus Agent Assist can be the right one for your agents at the end of the day. And yeah, that's about it from our session today.
There's one interesting question on QA. Like, of course, there's nobody has time to analyze hundreds of interactions and that too daily. Do we have a or plan auto scoring based on forms or intents, and surely, yeah, actionable insights from it. So yes, definitely. I mean, this is the USP of the QA model, which has an AI powered, and then it will do scoring for 100% of the data, right? It will be 100%. It will be highly accurate, and it'll do all the data points. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
great. Cool. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining this webinar, and we look forward to working very closely with you. Again, thanks to our partner team who works very closely with you. If you have any questions, you need any specific training sessions only for your team, just let us know, and we can do those sessions. We are a very partner-driven company, and love to work closely with all our partners. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Samir. Thanks everyone for joining. I can see so many people stayed right till the end, and that's great. But thank you, everyone. Thank you once again, and stay tuned. We'll also have this video or this recording uploaded on YouTube, so you can also access it from there. And thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.